I love
All right. I love you too.
you.
That was so fun and easy for me because
Yes.
it was like heart talk,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. Good. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
we pretty consistently went a little bit over our time frames. I was
Yeah.
like really paying attention out of curiosity. I don't think we need to do anything about that. I think that
Mhm.
it'll be interesting when we do a different topic that we might not have. Like I think this one in particular, we both had a lot to say.
Yeah.
So I think that was cool. Um, and before we adjust time frames, let's just try some more. Is my
Yeah.
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I agree.
yeah,
I agree. I think it went really well. I like it. I like giving the time for discussion, the back and forth
yeah,
at the end. I just like that. I don't know. I feel
yeah.
like it can get a little bit like, I don't know.
This felt less choppy to me.
Hmm.
It felt more, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. There's a couple times when the other format, which I think I created, but it felt a little choppy. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
now we changed to this. It just felt a little bit like,
Yeah.
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 So,
I get that.
um, and I think especially if we ever hit a topic where we have a lot of differing opinions, um,
Yeah.
that'll be really useful too.
Yeah.
So,
I would like to try and think about that.
I know, we should look at some of our topics and see.
See where we have like
I feel like we
differing.
went through some time. We went through a year or a time period X where we were in that space more, where we were like, well, no, it's like this for me.
Yeah.
And then be like, no, it's like this for me. But
Yeah.
so we weren't necessarily like arguing, but I feel like we went through a period of time where we were like, no, it's not like that at all. Like,
Yeah.
this is what depression feels like. That's not right, or not, that's
Yeah.
not right, but this is this. And I'm like, oh, but this is what, but I
Yeah.
haven't been in I don't think we've been in that space
No.
for a little while. So I think it might be harder to find.
You know what? Where's let's see. What are your bottom five of the strengths?
For Via. Let me look
Mhm.
here. Um, I know self-regulation is one of them. Boopity boop. Let me pull it over here so I can see it. Okay. Forgiveness,
Mhm.
self-regulation,
Mhm.
zest, social intelligence, hello autism, and
Mm.
teamwork. Teamwork's my
Teamwork
last
is
one.
low for me too.
But I think that for me, I totally get it
Yeah.
because I've been so burned for so long of being like the person doing all the freaking work
Yeah.
and carrying the load and having to explain myself over and over again. And like
Mhm.
my whole experience with our past employer, which I won't say here just in case we post this,
Yeah.
was like I would have an idea. People thought it was nuts or they would not even acknowledge it. And then a year and a half later, they would want to do it. So I think that's probably why I scored so low is I'm very fed up with
Yeah.
te-
Yeah.
teamwork right now.
Yeah. Mine are perseverance, spirituality, zest,
Mhm.
and self-regulation.
So we're very different on the spirituality thing.
Yeah. We can talk
Yeah.
about the spirituality thing.
Yeah. I think that's a place where we have really different um,
Yeah.
ways of seeing the world.
That would be
And
cool.
yeah, yeah. And then like so perseverance is where I'm an anomaly, right? In the there's others like me. I've met a couple, but most folks, like my level of perseverance is nuts.
Hmm.
Um, and that's an uncommon thing. And
Yeah.
I'm not entirely in touch with why.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and the interesting thing for me is that perseverance was something that some people had given me as a strength
okay. Yeah, so maybe it's different interpretations of that. What does this
of
one
what
say?
perseverance is.
Yeah, like what before
So
reading
like
the
finishing what one starts, no. Like I don't,
yes. Okay.
but persevering in a course of action in spite of obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
um, getting out the door, taking pleasure in completing tasks. I like completing
Yeah.
tasks. I
So I
like
think
having the task complete.
yeah, getting it out the door is like completing a thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it is very dependent on what I'm interested in
Mm-hmm.
doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like we kept
Which
on
is
doing it until we got a podcast. Here we are.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, your perseverance was there for sure with that. But like,
But yeah, but you've really picked up a lot of that because I'm like, I'll do this, but I'm a little over spread, you know?
yeah. For me, it was like the ADHD thing again, where it's
Hmm.
like I have the most perseverance sometimes.
Sure. Yeah. If you're interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm interested in it, there's
Yeah.
nothing that's going to stop me.
Uh-huh.
So that's just a very interesting.
Yeah, at some point, not right now, but I want to share you this one model that I've learned around that. Um, yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
So I think spirituality and then perseverance, I would love to talk about in terms of I don't know. I just get
Ooh,
a kind of an ableist feeling around what perseverance looks like to me.
looks like. So maybe
Yeah.
we could talk about, yeah, and I'm curious to know what I'm very curious about I'll be transparent about my motivations. It's that I want to work with folks and be able to provide them ideas on things I can try,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
it's a very, very common thing. I'm curious about task completion and task interest and what's going on in the brain and in emotions. Like what's going on with thought and emotion around task. Just something as simple as
Yeah.
it's not simple. It's something like task completion.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Um,
actually just unlocked kind of a thing for myself
mm,
of making the cool thing about ADHD is that if you can make it interesting,
yes.
then you'll get it done.
Yeah. I
And
super
that's really
love,
strong.
yeah, I
Like,
super love the interest-based nervous system concept.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, I would love that.
Okay.
And like just how we go about dealing with that in life.
Hmm. Okay. So I put perseverance as a possible topic in spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
And
Interest-based nervous system.
I think like I love anything that because it's my special interest that can lean into the different like the processing,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, because for like a yeah,
Yeah.
for a long time I didn't think I had ADHD
Yeah.
because I didn't have the classic profile for a female or a male. But then there's a thing that happens. Like there's a ADHD is its kind of own beast too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, but I'm like off the charts with impulsivity
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and hyperactivity. So and the
Mm-hmm.
only reason that my executive function is decent is elaborate systems that I happen to really like designing elaborate systems.
Yeah.
It's, that's very interesting to me and it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
lose interest. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And I
but I'd
think
love to
those kind of
talk
things will
about,
help uh,
mhm.
kind of get me into the ADHD specific aspect of it, of where my brain exists
Yeah.
and what's hard for me to do, like the perseverance and the task based thing. I feel like the friend based thing, I guess I didn't really, but I think the acceptance part, I didn't really get into it with my ADHD, but like, you knowing that just because I show up late to something
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
mean I don't care about it.
Yeah. And you're almost you're almost never late. But
I know.
but still, but I know that
Because
there's
I'm
well, you know
obsessed
what I
over it.
you know what we didn't talk about too, which I love so much about our relationship is like we're like, well, I'm probably gonna do it, but I need to say that I might back out at the last minute.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
that
think
is
that
a
is something that has made our
fucking game,
relationship
sorry,
like
game
work.
changer
Yeah,
for
exactly.
me. Like I apply that, like you taught me that. Like I apply that strategy so many places now
Yeah.
where I'm just like, yeah, I might do that. That sounds really cool and I might do it, but some other stuff might get in the way, you
Mhm.
know?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Depends on how
Yes.
I
Yeah, which is
and
just
especially with ADHD,
mhm.
you can't know how you feel. Sorry. I feel like I keep cutting you off.
No, you're good. That does not bother me.
Okay.
In me it's all overwhelm, right? Like it's all overwhelm and like yeah.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I'm wondering about I think the topic is perseverance, but I'm also wondering if the topic isn't shit that's hard for us. Like each talking about the different places.
Yeah. Well, why don't we
Is
make
that
that
too
two
much?
different things?
Yeah, is that too much of a
I
downer? I
think
don't
that's
think
too
so.
much for like a whole thing. Cause like we could be talking about specific, like, what are the top three things that are like freaking impossible?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
like you look at someone else doing it and you're like, what kind of magic is this?
right. And it's like, yeah, exactly. And like I am very into a strength-based approach. And I have learned so much from being like, oh, but here's the places that where I do check those disabled boxes,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know? Um, and I don't think either one of us have a condition that should be fixed
Mm-mm.
or changed, but
Mm-mm.
there are certain things about both of us that are I don't know if the word is, are extreme challenges,
Yeah.
like in the disability realm
Yeah. Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. And
Um,
I think like, I don't know if managed is the word either, because that's not right either, but it's like just being honest about it and understanding where it comes from, right?
yeah,
Like, and like what is going to be difficult for me and what isn't, like, because that's to like not acknowledge that there are those challenges is
yeah.
to just like stick your head in the sand
Well,
and not,
and you
you know.
you mentioned this too is one of the things like we share in common. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I like looking at my disability isn't bad.
No.
It's like you just said, like ignoring it is what feels icky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ability. Okay.
But
Question mark. All right. So
do you
real
want to do
quick.
spirituality first and then we'll go into the rest?
Sure. Sure.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm in a weird place, but that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I need to prep for this one because like talking about it. Yeah, but that's maybe what I'll be talking about publicly is like, yeah, but no, it's good. I do.
It's
I do want to
fine.
do it.
Be where
Um,
you're at.
yeah. It's just like that has historically not been a safe thing to share, but I think it's okay.
Okay.
I
And you
think
know
it's
what? The
okay.
worst that happens if you're like, hey, I don't really want to share this, then it's just
Like,
a
yeah,
conversation between us.
okay, if I can't do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. All right, I'm gonna push stop on the recording and let's
Yep.
just talk logistics for a second.
Yep.
All right.
Woo!
I
We did
love
it.
that. I love that. I was like, I'm in, man. Let's go. Let's talk
Let's
about this
go.
forever.
Let's
And
do
you're like, okay, that's good. That was perfect. That
it.
was absolutely perfect how you transitioned that.
Hmm.
Um, it's so different than I think previous conversations we've had about this. And I wonder if it's just that we have such a better understanding of each other.
Yeah.
And I don't even have like details. Like it could just be my flawed memory too. Like I don't think
Yeah.
it's come up with us for a long time.
Hmm.
Um, but I just like really struck by how much like language gets in the way. I'm on this tangent with this though, with
Yeah.
other things too.
Yeah.
It's just like even like how we interpret the word religion, spirituality, and atheism, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe that's the only difference.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, not, or the big,
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah, and I think that that's something that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this experiment, or the
Hmm.
experiment that we did was to define what it is.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happens is people are like, how can you not believe in my God that says this, this, and this? And they're like, well, my God says the same thing, but I hate you. You know,
Yeah.
you know
I
what I mean? And
know.
it's like, or the
I
things
know.
I believe are the same thing you believe, but
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
the
Or
words that
or
kind of
be
get in the way there.
or because of your religion or because of who you are, we believe you should all be wiped off the planet. You
Yeah,
know?
that's
That's what,
great. That's great. We
that's what
really love it when people do that. That's sarcasm.
Oy,
Everyone's
yoy, yoy.
sarcasm.
It's like, yeah, it's just like it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say it here in the after show, and we might have to cut it if we publish this, but I have like an extremely anti-Christian bias
Yeah.
because of like ways that it negatively affected me. And I at the same time, and I have some problem, there's some problematic stuff in there for me.
Hmm.
Um, we didn't
Oh, you just cut out. You're muted. There you go.
now I'm gonna cough. I was trying not to cough, but um like just even the way religion has been used against women, actually against women and against the earth
Yeah.
are like my two major pain points.
Hmm.
And yeah, what I've talked to a lot of folks about. And we
Hmm.
didn't even chance for that. I mean, there's so much here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a deep topic. Um, and so, yeah, I think it just is like sometimes for me, it just feels like I want to say I'm atheist because that doesn't mean that I don't have things that I believe in, but I don't believe in a God. You know what I mean? And like,
Hmm.
I think that that's a really important thing to say out loud for me, and something that was really important for me to own my own journey in my own space.
Hmm.
Um, because I don't believe in a God the way almost anyone thinks of it. So when people say, "Oh, the universe gave me this," I
Hmm.
don't think that there is a universe. Like
Hmm.
there's nothing out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean,
There's no force or linking or anything like that other than
yeah, and I don't interpret that makes sense, and I don't interpret that literally. I interpret
yeah,
that as somebody saying this thing happened
yeah.
and it's above my understanding. And I
Hmm.
don't have language to say that, so I'm going to attribute it to.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and
like
I think
that's
that all the meaning we get out of things like that are meaning
mhm,
we put into it. Right? Like I don't think there's any universal external meaning. I just think it's the things that we have that we put into it. And so it could be things that community from long ago put into it.
the,
You
the
know what I mean?
yeah, and the only trouble I have with that is it's just so human centric. You know,
Yeah.
it and
Well, I mean, and I think
that doesn't
it would
make
be the
sense to
same
me.
thing if it were any other species. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just think
I
that,
don't, I can't totally go with that, but I hear you.
yeah. So I think
Yeah,
that's our main difference.
yeah. Is it? It just like it just feels like yeah, just like it makes sense. Like I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
doesn't fit with my view of things.
yeah. And so I think it's just like we happen to be, Carl Sagan talks about how we're the universe way of observing itself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like this is, I still think it's cool and special, like the fact that we can create these patterns and look at them and find them and do all of this stuff. Like our brains is what makes us special. Like a mantis shrimp's eyes make it special, and
Yeah.
Jupiter's and Saturn's rings make it
Mm-hmm.
special, right? Like it just is our kind of superpower, is that we're able to like create this web of meaning and connection. And that doesn't mean we're better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that means we're better than anything else. I just think that it just
Yeah.
happened to evolve that way.
Yeah. And I'm not convinced that that's not happening in some context with others too.
Yeah.
So I know it's not happening in how we understand the brain, but that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
All
have to
right.
go to
I gotta let you go.
class.
I love you so much.
Okay.
I'm
Love
sorry
you
that
too.
we
Thanks
got
for talking.
so
No, it was
close,
great.
but
It was all me. It was all me. So, thanks.
Mwah, I love
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. It's the after show. It's the after show. We should have a song for the after show. It's the after show. It's the after show. I'm gonna crawl under here real quick. You start talking. I'm listening. I'm gonna see if the cat wants in.
Yeah. Go for
She
it.
probably left now.
Yeah, well, because we're done.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna try and do this without getting.
You should see it over here. It's amazing. We've got like this whole setup to make sure that we're all like set up so that we can see each other, and we moved around and da da da. It was so funny. But yeah, that was really fun doing it in person. Yeah, let me spin this here. We can get on. Claire climbing underneath everything right now to get it.
I kind of wish that there was
through.
video
I
of
know,
that.
I do kind of
That would
too.
have been
Just
really funny.
just imagine her going through like a little tunnel of wires.
That's great. That was very satisfying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's fun to do this with you here.
I know. We'll have to do this like every once in a while.
Yeah, I know. It's
Thanks
fun.
for coming over.
Yeah, I know. It's good. It's good. How'd you feel about the Spiky profiles? How'd you feel about the episode?
Good, good. So I didn't do like as I've been sharing, I've been really like experimenting with how much prep I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that's not on here that's really interesting is delayed processing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like delayed processing is a very real thing for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I have delayed emotional processing, and the more I unmask, sometimes I have a little bit of delayed processing. So
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times I like to have a real basic structure ahead of time because it feels like secure, and I feel like I'm not going to get stuck in the moment. But this time I'm like I couldn't even do my assignment of summarizing my experiment. I felt like I need to find the speaker. I need to do this. I got really hyperactive and had to go. And so I was like, I can't do notes because I can't even. Yeah. So yeah, I think it actually felt pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I did feel like, is this true? Is this true? I'm gonna say it. I'm not sure it's true. I did feel like a little bit more like I need to rein myself in, but I think I always feel like that.
Yeah.
Rein my physical presence in, like I talked about. Not
Yeah.
my thought presence doesn't need to be reined in, but
I like it when you don't rein in your physical presence.
maybe I just need to do it more.
I think it's great. I think
Yeah.
we should have maybe we should have an episode where we're just like 100% ourselves.
Oh my God, that'd be so fun.
Wouldn't it be cool?
But what if then do you know what I want? Do you know what I think? This
Yeah.
is so bizarre. So
What's your thought process?
what if I forget who I am? And the reason that I think that is when I get around other people.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Oh, forget everything?
Yeah.
That I was gonna say. I'd probably sound a lot more like when I was trying to describe the spiritual section at the beginning. I felt like, blah, where am I? What am I doing? I don't even know. And then I was like, and then I kind of settled into a into a thing, and I was like, okay.
Side question: do you ever have like the out of body experience when you're talking?
Yes.
Where all of a sudden it's like you're watching yourself talking and you're like, oh shit, what am I saying?
What am I even saying right now? I have no idea.
Like I do feel like I'm like floating above sometimes, and I'm like, whoa,
yeah. That's kind of how I felt about this spirituality. I hope it made sense to someone out there, but I don't know if it made sense to me or not. I don't even know if I said what I wanted to say, but it's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It does what it does. You know, I'm going to show up imperfectly,
cool.
and people are going to talk about it, and you know, like
Or they
it's
won't.
what it is. So
yeah, or they'll be like,
what the hell?
Yeah. I think it'll be really cool to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I think that's when one of the fun things about doing this is like, and to like exercise that blowing up perfectionism, not rejection sensitivity muscle. Is like we record these, right, and then going back and watching it.
It's been a really good exercise for me, especially just because, you know, I can get in it and like be like, why am I making that face? What's going on?
Which I don't do to you. I don't watch that and do that to you.
No, never.
And then I'll be like, whoa, wow, you really, you know, this and that, and I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, nobody else sees it. No one else.
And if they do, like, they do.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like I think that's been, it's increased my ability to watch myself.
Yes.
Be like filmed, you know?
Yeah.
And I like video so much better than just like photographs.
Yeah.
I remember telling you this earlier, like photographs, I'm always caught in like the weirdest face. And like video, okay, sure, I'm making weird faces too.
Yeah.
But it's not the whole time.
At least it's a different weird face every time, and not the same weird face that you can hyper like focus on.
Yeah. Like when it's still.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I think that went.
Yeah. How do you think it went? Sorry.
I think it went really well. I think I feel like. I don't know. I feel like we got to be a little bit more like silly when we're together
in the same room.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. I think we were a little silly.
Totally showing my headless cat.
We forgot the candle, by the way.
I know.
Oops.
Oh, it's okay.
Now it's a body rolls cat.
It'll go back on. Yeah. Too much.
Well, it doesn't have feet.
It's my headless cat. Yeah. Oh, it lost its feet. Yeah.
Its feet.
Yeah. You ready? Just like get it to balance. And sorry, I made you do that.
You're fine. Sounds perfect for me. I'm like, what? What are we doing? We're doing something weird and different. That sounds great. Sounds awesome. I'm going.
You can always lay it on its side too. Maybe lay it on its side. Yeah.
There we go.
This cat.
Yeah.
Not real cat.
Not real cat. Lego cat. Lego cat.
You knew Jane, so I call this Jane because she my last cat looks like Jane. She
does look like Jane. Yeah, little black and white cutie patootie. I think that we were able to, and like we kind of went off tangents, and we weren't as close to the script a little bit. Like I feel like we were able to have. I think that the discussion and bouncing off each other part was a little bit more active. I don't know.
As I'm doing right now, I felt more comfortable interrupting.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is online and less comfortable interrupting.
Yes. I think so. Yeah. I think that's kind of how it goes, because like when you're online, it's harder to read cues and like body language stuff and like and when you're like, I feel like in Zoom, it's always just a pain in the butt when like multiple people are talking at the same time and you know stuff like that. Yeah. I think that we can't do this all the time because we have lives that exist outside of this. And so, but it is fun to do every once in a while. And I would like to be more mindful about bringing some of that silliness and that fun
into our other ones.
Into our other ones.
I think that's a great idea.
I would just, because I kind of liked it. It was fun. Yeah. I felt like we were a little bit more.
And yes, 100%. Exclamation point. And I think it's also reflective of maybe our mood. Like maybe we're feeling like a little bit like, I haven't seen you for a while.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
you've had some hard times. I've had some hard times, and we're like, kind of like, okay, moving past that.
Yeah, and
you
we're
know?
gonna, and like next is like after this, we're gonna go and play board games.
Woo woo. So yeah,
But
we're
yeah,
not, and we
see,
don't
like,
have a tight time schedule.
yeah, we don't have a tight time schedule, so it's many things.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to, you can't isolate one
Yeah.
variable in that, but I think that it's, yeah, it's
Cool.
very interesting.
Well, good. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. All right. Well, I think that feels complete, unless there's anything else that you want to say.
No. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Awesome. That went well.
Yeah, I thank you. I agree too. I thank you for talking about that. I really find that topic really fascinating and interesting and useful.
Yeah. Well, and like
Everyday
it's come up a
existence.
couple of times, so I was like, it's clearly on our minds, so let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it'll make the experiment easier for us to do if we're already kind of incorporating it into our lives. So
Yeah,
why make work where work doesn't need to be made?
yeah, I love it. And I just got this idea too. I don't know if we're there yet, but I'm just imagining I want to create a visual, like a diagram of all the episodes and how they connect.
Yes,
That'd be
exactly.
fun.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be fun. Like this is how it's because like just even like the strength stuff was really coming up and for me. So
Yeah, because it can kind of like, that's the cool thing about a conversation. And I want to be respectful of your time, but
I'm good. I got till 4.
okay. Um, that's the cool thing about a conversation is that it can kind of weave and turn and double back on itself and make these connections that maybe otherwise wouldn't be made. And it's just like, it's almost like a collaborative storytelling and, you know, that kind of a thing, right? Like
Yeah,
how a
yeah.
plot or a really cool D&D campaign will circle back on itself and bring
Right?
stuff up from
Oh
before.
yeah, remember that person you met? They're actually really
Yes.
interesting.
Here they are. But like, you know, our brains tend to do that, right? And if we have several brains working on it at the same time, it's cool, the connections that you can start making.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm going to add this to our things that we've talked about. Diagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else like on your mind before we talk about what's next?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That I can think of.
I
This was good.
I like having a structure, and then I like also being able to like not totally be literal about it.
Yeah.
You know, like pros and cons. Like I was like, I'm just gonna say what I want to say, and I'm not.
Yeah,
And like,
exactly.
and maybe that's my own headspace. Like I'm in a good headspace, so I'm like, I don't have to follow this exactly, but
Yeah.
it's there. You know, if
Yeah.
that's needed.
It's scaffolding. If we need it. But yeah. I like it. It just helps me kind of get, and I think the more we do it, the less structure we'll maybe need.
Recording message again.
It didn't pop up.
Okay.
But I think because I already said it, it doesn't usually pop up the second time.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious as to, we'll find out if this is a new way that Zoom is doing it. I was just assuming that it was my mistake last time, but we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll see.
That actually felt really good to me. I felt like it felt very, I felt very honest and grounded.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my thoughts felt a little fuzzy around it, but like, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm used to living in the fuzzy.
Yeah.
So
it didn't feel like that from the outside to me, but
oh
I
yeah.
can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I really want to know what was one of the things you said in your first like do you have like did you have like bullet points or something like that for your pros and cons?
Yeah, that one I have stuff for, but the balance bit I didn't. I just went
No,
off
that's
of,
fine.
yeah, my head. So just a second. So they're here. I don't know if you can see them, but it
Oh,
was just
there it is.
the ways that I said it and the most common reactions that I get.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
it kind of came up for you after I talked more about balance, and I've already
Well,
forgotten
no,
what I
because I was
said.
thinking about, I was like, what was the thing that she, after I was done talking, I was like, damn it.
Oh,
I was like, what did she say? But
oh, like
yeah,
in my reaction?
oh, I think it was about like not liking, yeah, I think I got it. It was about not liking people telling me what I'm feeling.
Yes.
I think that was something that really hit with me. I wanted to like highlight that because I am not, I'm like, are you trying to tell me what I feel right now?
Yeah, it just feels like the height of arrogance to me.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think, yeah, it's
Like,
wild.
yeah, I just that yeah, just like I said, it just feels like the height, like it's the height of arrogance. Like
Yeah.
how
And like, I think it can be misconstrued, and I think we can all do it, on accident, where it's like, where we intend to state a correction on our intentions, but we end up stating how people should feel about our intentions.
mm,
Do you know what I mean? There's like a difference there, and it
hmm
can be a language thing of
yeah,
like, oh, don't feel that way. I meant this. And it's like what they
yeah,
actually just meant to say was, oh, I'm sorry you interpreted it that way. It was not my intention at all.
yes,
Here's what I mean.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Here's what I was feeling in that.
yeah,
Or whatever. Like this is what my aspect of it is. And so
yeah,
I think it's like we don't have a good way to I don't think we have a very effective way of communicating that a lot of the times, and we're not taught how to communicate it. We are
mm-hmm,
taught about that we're talking about the reality of the world, that we're all
mm-hmm,
shaping communicatively, which is true. We do
mm-hmm,
that, but there's also the part of someone trying to control how you feel about a situation because of
yeah,
own their own stuff that they're bringing to the table.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
That's a nice way of looking at it.
yeah,
I was just realizing that I didn't even go into, there's so many related things. So like direct versus indirect communication
yeah,
is really big for me in this arena. Like
yeah,
in what you're saying is like, because indirect communication takes what's actually said and then fills in the blanks,
yeah,
right? And it's subtle and there's nuance.
yeah.
And so what I experience a lot is that being done to what I say.
Got it.
When no, I actually just said how I felt. Like I'm
Yeah.
so straightforward, I'm so direct that I know you didn't need to add anything into that.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you didn't have to. I actually just said how I felt. But like, how how do you even navigate that when that's not the other person's communication style?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's really hard because it's like, don't look at me. I don't know. I'm from New Jersey.
I know,
And
I
like,
know.
and you know me, I'm very, very direct about
Mm-hmm.
things in a lot of ways, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think that's why we get along so well, is that we're just like, here's
Mm-hmm.
what I think about it, and here's what I
Yeah.
think about it. And like, then we can just get through whatever it is and just be on to the next thing,
Yeah.
you
And I
know?
have like a high anxiety around indirect communication
Yeah,
because I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know
yeah,
what's the subtext, and it
yeah,
reeks of me of like Mean Girls and like all that, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um yeah.
But it's
And
also
that
like sometimes people's brains aren't me. I have to accept that sometimes people's brains aren't designed that way. And so they don't know how to,
or they've never experienced that too, right?
yeah,
They didn't grow up
yeah.
with that style. They
They
grew
didn't
up with
grow up
different
with that
cultural
stuff.
norms we've talked
Yeah,
about too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so it's just kind of like I don't know how to, I don't know how to read that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you wasting my time? But in my head, I have to
Yeah.
be like really
Mm-hmm.
patient. It feels a lot like I was in New Jersey for a while. I went to South Carolina for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and like me having to be patient with that cultural difference, right? Where
Yeah.
I had to be like, this is so rude. You need to go fast, otherwise you're insulting the people around you. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. That is not the case.
Yeah.
Maybe my cultural norms and my experiences aren't the only ones here, but like
Yeah.
I can also acknowledge, I mean, it goes back to that balance where I can also acknowledge my experience of this being very difficult for me, and like
Yeah.
just you know just say what you're gonna say if you're gonna say it, and like
Mm-hmm.
I have to remember that a lot of people didn't grow up in a situation like that
Yeah.
where it was safe to do that.
Yeah, and I find like I agree, and I find that like when it's somebody else's speech, I can be a lot more forgiving and a lot and remember a lot more like this is just how they talk, just go with it.
Yeah,
Like then I can do that
yeah,
most of the time now. But when they're telling me what I'm saying, and then I say, "Oh, okay, but no, I actually just meant da 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 da," and then they want to argue with me.
mhm,
That's the part that I don't have a hold on, and that I find incredibly infuriating,
yes,
It's like, wait, no, I said it. You
yeah,
know, when
yeah,
you say it, you do get the final word about what you meant because you know what you meant. I don't.
yeah,
But when I said it, I get the final word about what I meant. You
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
the part that when it's somebody adding in to my speech
mhm,
that I just can't even.
yeah. And for me, I
Um,
think it's more with my actions, right? Like, oh, if you cared, you would have done this. And I'm like, no, I care tremendously, but I have ADHD,
mm,
so I don't remember.
yeah,
So
yeah, that
my
that sucks. Yeah.
just because I don't remember something doesn't mean I don't deeply, deeply care about the situation
Hmm.
that's happening.
Hmm.
It's just like I literally have issues with working memory.
Yeah.
And like my brain wants to take over on autopilot a
Yeah.
bajillion and one times, right? Like just because I lose a gift you give me doesn't mean I didn't care about that gift in a very deep, deep way.
Yeah. Deep way.
So I
Yeah.
think it's like the interpretation of my actions a lot of the times can be really frustrating for me, where people are trying to tell me why I did a thing.
Hmm. Yeah. That feels the same
Yeah.
but different than what I was
Yeah.
saying, right? Like it's like no, I did the action. Like I
Yeah.
did the thing. I get to tell you what.
Yeah. I get to tell you
Hmm.
why I
You
did
can
it.
tell me, you can tell me how you interpreted it and what you felt about it,
Yeah, of course.
you know, but you don't get the final word on me. That's
Yeah.
the thread that connects to the two
Yeah. No, let
sensitive
me
bit
tell
to
you
me.
about why you did this. And it's because you don't care. And I'm like,
But that just feels like somebody's like either taking your inventory,
yeah.
right? Or they're psychoanalyzing you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not paying you to be my therapist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't get to take my inventory. You get to take your own inventory.
Yes. Yes.
You know. And if you're feeling like and then you can go do nonviolent communication training if you need to. You know, like if it's like if you're feeling that way, you can say, "Oh, can I share something with you?
Yeah.
When you lost that, I felt like
Yeah.
it meant you didn't care. Is that true?" You know?
Yeah.
And then be really open to the answer, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a way to handle that. You can, you know.
But I think that happened to me all growing up, right? Like, if you cared about your grades, you would have done this. If you did, if you cared about.
That's just fun. That's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just having
No, go ahead.
That's like so, almost every ADHDer I meet has that exact same story. I just want to like put 1,000 exclamation points and validate that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's constantly interpreting what my actions are,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, to the point that sometimes I feel like that's why I'm so frozen up physically, is because I'm just like, I have to think 800 times about what somebody's going to interpret my action as, and like why that perfectionism like just really gets in there, because it's like, oh shit, what are they going to think I feel or do or whatever, like if my brain is like, well, if you're not perfect about something, it means you don't care about it.
Ugh, yeah.
And
No,
I care about so many things so freaking deeply.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just have to be perfect about everything, and it doesn't allow for
my
whatever.
version experience of that is that I am rude or too much. Yeah, because I did XYZ.
Yeah,
I'm either rude or I'm just too intense. That's the one. That's the big one for me.
Yeah.
I'm just too intense, you know.
Yeah. No, totally. This was an amazing talk, Claire.
Maybe you're just not intense enough. For me. I mean, that's honestly what I'm like, okay, thanks. I don't say this, but it's like you just showed me that you're not it, and I don't mean this in a snooty way, but you're not at my level.
Yeah.
You're not at my intensity level that I need people to be at to hang out with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally.
I
and
need
like
people
finding
to be
those balance, but like that's the difference between somebody. Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, go. I like the
That's the
interrupting.
difference between somebody who has that kind of communication and who doesn't, right? Like, because it's a skill to be able to be like, hey, when you do that, this is how I'm feeling. And that's like me and my side of the street. I just want to let you know that it can be a little bit whatever, and like, and then you can discuss, and it's about,
you mean like, what is that like for
about
you?
the issue, not about you as a person, right? Like, it's like, hey, I'm going to invite you to the table on this because I'm having this issue about whatever, it's like a completely different thing.
I 100% agree with you.
This is really good to talk, Claire.
That's good. That's good. And I'm very happy I've had my putty. I've been in a putty mode. Yeah.
Fidget cube.
Nice. It's like a galactic one.
Yes.
And I loved the Xenomorph Queen. That was pretty great.
The Xenomorph candle, I love her.
It's so great. Whoa.
I was like, this is how I feel when someone tries to tell me.
Right. Yeah. I love my Xenomorph. He's so cool.
Oh,
he's like awesome. Made out of like all metal parts, and he moves around. So stinking cool.
Alien and Aliens were amazing.
And I'm not like, I don't like horror movies, but I absolutely love alien stuff. It's funny.
Yeah. So. I do like horror movies, and I absolutely
love it. You're like, yes, and.
Yes, and.
Yes, and.
All right, well, cool. Dear, I better get going.
Sounds good. Thanks for this, and I will I'll need to find a window that I can work on getting the other one up.
Mhm.
And I'll let you know as soon as it's up.
Oh, and I have the notes in the page. So if you like click on
In the Canva
the
notes.
usual spot that we
Sweet.
have talked about. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.